Ndaiti ndikasvika 25 ndineja kwapadeni apakashata mda. You know, have you ever found yourself listening to this song by Winky D, Ndikasvika 25, and yet you are 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, and you've got nothing in your bank account. In fact, you don't even have a bank account. You know, when Zimbabwe comes, life can be very, very tough. You know, you sit down and think to yourself, how do I make it in life? How do I make it in life? What if I start a musika, buy my tomatoes from Bari, put them there, onions and stuff like that. But then you then wonder if Zimbabwe comes, the city council can just come anytime and then they, take all your stuff and have it strewn all over the place in the road. If Zimbabwe comes, man, I start thinking, what about if I borrow some money from my dad or from my uncle or from my relative and maybe try to get a loan from the bank and buy a combi? Then I put it on the road. I can be able to make maybe $70, $80 a day. And then you think again, if Zimbabwe comes, oh man, the police officer will come right on the window. And then the driver is driving, the conductor is there loading the commuter omnibus. Mbari, $2. I'm scared. If Zimbabwe comes, these guys will be looking at your face. If you've got a serious face like the one that's looking at me right now, they'll say, I'll pin them combi. Face ya very too serious, mda. And then all of a sudden, the police officer just come in, pretend like he wants to board a combi, sit down, a garapasi. And then what happens next is quite bad. They're arrested, and then everybody's told to go down. Budai Mukombi, get out of the commuter omnibus. The combi has been arrested and stuff like that. If Zimbabwe comes, Zimbabwe is really quite a tough country to be in. But honestly, you don't have your surviving after all. Please don't kill yourself, because many men are planning to kill themselves at the moment. Ever seen a country where many men are humbled? Honestly, men have been humbled. Warume have been very, very humbled. Imagine somebody with a beard like yours being humbled. When you hear Zimbabwean men praying, men, they'll be so loud. Watching them at so, Mari wa Israel, the God of Israel. Bless me. Just give me a little bit. I want to buy myself a stand. What am I for $2,000? Lord, if I get even $300, and then, you open your Facebook, of course, borrow spot because you don't have data. And when you open, you see there's a guy called Wikino Chivayo with a long message. You don't bother to read. You go down there, you realize he's giving somebody else a car with $150,000. Neka $50,000 fuel. Well, I'm telling you, the guy deserves to be called Mukuru Mazua. What he calls himself that.